Welcome back, Bravehearts. I'm Dr. Sage Wolf, and I'm out in beautiful Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, Mexico at the DoD 5-Star World Healing and Training Retreat. Today is our DoD 5-Star Healing and Training Show. You guys are wondering why I look a little deformed right now. I did have an accident. Accidents do happen. I broke my ulna in my arm, so the bone that kind of is on the outside of your forearm, and so I broke that right in half. And you know what? Within every negative situation, there is positives. And like, if I was very unhealthy and I had a really bad mindset, it could have brought me down. I could have been out for the 6 to 8 weeks. I could be out for maybe 3 months and just like not feeling good about myself and getting like down in the dumps. But the doctor told me around 6 to 8 weeks to heal. I said, debatable. I got work to do, so I'll give it 2 weeks. But I'm going back to work tomorrow. And so I went back to work the next day and I started working, but yes, I'm not using the arm right now, but I'm taking some of our supplementation. I'm on the ionic calcium and like the maximum dosage that you could possibly do. I'm waking up every 3 hours throughout the night to make sure I'm taking it. And it's so funny too, because like right when I broke the arm, the day after, like it's painful. I don't take pain medication. I'm not about that stuff. I've broken quite a few bones. I have lived quite an eccentric lifestyle. And so I don't like pain medication. I don't do Advils, Tylenols, codeine, none of that. And so I'm just kind of like somebody who kind of grits my teeth and tough it out. So breaking this arm, this is the 3rd time I've broken an arm, because I've broken both my arms back when I was a lot younger, but then this is the 2nd time I've broken this arm. And so I noticed that with the excess amount of calcium I'm taking at night, especially because the synovial fluid does slow down. Your circulatory system does slow down a little bit when things are getting into the rest state. And then you start to notice all your aches and pains. And so I noticed though, like even around like 5 o'clock, once I kind of hit my 4th, 5th dosage of Merigen that day, my bone where the break happened, even now, like, and this is day 5, it's like aching and very painful, and so I can tell that I'm already in the stages of where like the soft tissue is already kind of created around the bone itself, and now we're actually starting to create that calcium mending. But so people are wondering like, oh, like do you have mobility and blah blah blah. Like I didn't. The first 2 days my hand was a balloon. I didn't really have any mobility in my hand, but if I can show you my hand, so I can move my fingers, I can move my thumb, I can grab things now, I can hold on. And this is only 5 days into breaking the arm, guys. And so I broke the arm 5 days later. I've been on a lot of the nutraceuticals, so taking a lot of the curcumin cayenne, the SON formula, and a lot of magnesium right now, because that is what makes our bones up. But then I'm on the ionic calcium because that's the only actual form of calcium that will put the calcium back into the bones. And so since it's an injury, I just want to expedite that process. And I've had things in the past, like Toro was with me for one of my first courses that I taught in Australia, and this was 5 years ago. And I had a broken jaw for that. And they said, oh, they want to wire it shut. This was 2 days before I flew out. 3 weeks later, I was there having lunches with them and it was all good to go. Like I was still able to do it. And so don't allow the fear of what they say, because they were even saying, they're like, oh, we'll see how it heals. We might want to put a plate in there. I'm like, there's no way you're putting a plate in this. They grabbed on my arm. They were yanking on it to adjust the bone back into place. That sucked. But other than that, and I think that's where probably most of the inflammation came in. It wouldn't have been that inflamed if they didn't have to yank it back into place. But 5 days later, I'm able to kind of like move it around and grab things with it. I'm not feeling like as much connective tissue popping around. So things are already on the mend and I'm doing quite a bit better. So no worries there, guys. Accidents do happen. It's just about taking action and knowing, why did the accident happen in the first place? Was my life getting a little bit in disarray? Was I rushing too much? Did I have somewhere to go? Was I stressing about something that I didn't need to truly stress about and I wasn't in the present moment when that happened? So there's a lot of aspects that can happen when accidents do happen. And so not everything is a true accident. It's a lesson to be learned. And so, yeah, maybe slow down a little bit, Sage. So people want to know, what is the DACA Detox 5-Star World Healing and Training Show? Why do we do Wolf Non-Surgical? Why should you get treated? Why should you get trained? Why should you become a practitioner? And why should somebody or anybody, at least in one person in each family household, know some form of body work like the Wolf Non-Surgical, or know how to do a perfect day lifestyle, if not both? So We are out here in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, as I was saying. We're the DoD 5-Star World Healing and Training Retreat. Tora is one of my master practitioners. She's out in Australia in the Coffs Harbour area, but she's going to give you all her rundowns of where she's at and how you can locate her and go see her when you're out there, or if you are out there and want to go experience what we do. So what does the DoD 5-Star World Healing and Training do? So we also, as you can see, Australia's 5-Star World Healing and Training Retreat as well. This is some photos of Tora's. I will just give you a little quick snapshot of that. So she has all the energy medicine devices, from the cardio med bed to the Cellsonic to different like PEMF mats and red light therapies and crystal therapies. And so you can have everything. The thing is, you can go there just for a treatment. You could go there for a training. You can go there for like an oasis getaway where you have them cater to you and you get your juices. And I don't mean cater to you, oh my gosh, you're being catered. Like, we're making your juices, we're making your smoothies, we're making your salads. We're having that prepared to you for what your perfect day is. Because you know what? I don't want to have the stress of it. And everybody is totally different. That's why we want to create all these beautiful places to go to around the world. If you don't come to us, you go to one of these beautiful clinics like Tora's, like some of our other master practitioners, like within Canada and stuff, because I'm not ever going to be everywhere. And so I want one of me everywhere. And so that's what one of me, if not better. And that's what these practitioners are doing. They're learning, they're growing, they're learning new modalities, they're teaching the Wolf non-surgical, they're teaching the perfect day lifestyle, because we all are different beings. We all need some form of a perfect day, but that works for me. What works for me doesn't work for my best friend. What works for my best friend won't always work for me. Some things we share, things in common, but our makeup is different. And so we do all different types of trainings. There's nothing that you can be like, oh, I have to get certified. Oh, I have to learn the Wolf non-surgical. So there's nothing like, there's no limit with this. You want something catered to you, you talk to us about it, and you know what? We'll create even a different training for you because it's specific to tailored to your needs. But we have the 7-day couples treatment and training, and so then all of these range. How far do you want to go? Do you just want like an overlay of it? Do I really want to own it? So then there's the 7-day Wolf non-surgical training, and that's just kind of getting an idea of learning my ailments, my partner's ailments, the major areas that I really do care about. Then you have the 12-day Wolf non-surgical certification. That is going to take you into more in-depth. We're going through every single body part from head to toe. We go through it twice, and then we make sure that you know how to openly and lovingly pull that scar tissue calcification and crystallization apart that causes that adipose tissue, that causes that dehydration, that causes that bone on bone, that so-called calcification. So that is getting certified. That will take you roughly 12 days. Then you have the 7-day Wolf non-surgical athletic certification. So that's more so if I'm like a trainer or a personal trainer, or I'm an athlete, or I deal with a lot of athletes. I want to learn how to strip the muscle bellies, but we don't go into, when you're working on an athlete, we don't go into where you break it all up. Like Farmer Joe comes in and he says, hey, my hip's frozen, can you fix it? I have to pretty much take my elbow as a sledgehammer to that hip, or I won't get past that ice that's been so frozen for so long. But I have an athlete who's constantly causing lactic and uric acid buildup, who's constantly causing micro tears in the fascia to create the crystallization. Then I want to go in lovingly and create a better lymph circulation and blood flow within the area so the tissue restores faster and they have better strength and mobility. But I'm not breaking stuff down, because sometimes you are building it up for a reason. You have the 5 to 7 day pain-free pelvic restoration. So that is learning how to go from the diet to doing specific techniques for the pelvis, to learning how to open up the pelvis and really connect with your root chakra. Then the pain-free pelvic restoration and Wolf non-surgical. So that is learning the Wolf non-surgical as well. So opening up the low back, the hips, the pelvis, and the abdomen, because that is like our root chakra or energy grid where it's stopping the flow coming down. Super important. Really, really popular training. We have the pain-free pregnancy, and that is for couples who are pregnant already or are looking to get pregnant, and you can't. It's not, the doctor said it, I can't get pregnant. Yeah, well, there's a reason for that. Maybe we've rotted out River City where a baby says, hey, this is too toxic for me to ever want to form in, or you're not going to get a really healthy baby, and you're going to have way too many challenges, so it's not that you don't deserve me, but you don't deserve me right now. because this is not a healthy environment. So that's what that beautiful spirit is saying, and that's why you're not able to get pregnant. And yes, of course, there could be severe things where you've had like a full-on hysterectomy, and there's no possibility of it anymore. But if it's a scar tissue issue and it's damage to your ovaries, damage to your fallopian tubes, because there is some form of stricture or adhesion choking something off, we can go in lovingly with the Wolf non-surgical, put some Cellsonic in there, bring life back to it, and then you can bring life into it. Then we have the personalized healing and relaxation getaways, the advanced water fasting and juice fasting retreat getaways. And so that is, like I said, there is no rule with it. Like some people say, oh, I don't want to come out, I don't want treatment, I don't want training. I would like to just use the energy medicine. I would like to have fresh juices every day, and I just want to use the saltwater pool and hang out in the sun for 2 weeks. This is like a vacation to me. You can come do that, and you can make it more of like a juice fast, just like a fasting retreat instead of getting all these therapies. But if you want to get trained, you want to get treated, you come to us, or you go out to somebody like Tora in Australia. The amenities that come with like our place here is going to be like everything from the airport pickups and drop-offs to electric bicycles, structured swimming pools and showers, ping pong tables, full kitchens. You have a weekly house cleaner, washer and dryers, internet, TV, Bluetooth speakers outside and inside. The therapeutic amenities, these are the most important for me, I think, and for everybody who's coming. You have the Avicin for the microcirculation in the body. It's the most powerful, advanced energy medicine device for microcirculation out there. Then you have the Bioptron full spectrum light therapy. That is a pain and wound healing device. It's used in over 1,600 hospitals throughout Europe, and they use it on all different types of ailments, from glaucoma to cataracts to eczema to psoriasis to broken bones to burns to the list goes on. So it just enhances the body's ability to heal itself. The sentient element PEMF therapy, that is like a PEMF coil or PEMF frequencies that get amped through a Tesla coil. So it really amps up the frequency. So if you have a specific ailment, we can work with that, and we'll put you under some right frequencies for that. We have the vitamin D lights. We have the red light box therapy, the RxD red light box therapy lights, and the pelvic therapy lights, and then the vibration therapy unit. And then, of course, you have why am I forgetting? You have the Cellsonic and the thermography as well, and the cardio med bed. So if you're not sure, some people come out to us and they're like, I don't really know what's going on with my body, but I would like to know. So we do temperature regulated thermography. So we touch 147 points on the body to see, and we do a stress test before and after to see what organs, to see what areas are lighting up for us, to telling us where our focus is, because the area of your concern might not actually be the weakest link that is setting that area of your concern off. We have customized perfect day meal plans from depending on your lifestyle. So it could just be fresh and raw, so only fruits and vegetables. You could do fresh and raw organic with meat, and people can also do just juice fast. They can do seafoods if you're a pescatarian. It all depends on you and what your lifestyle has been, and us creating that perfect day for you. The tests and treatments available out here, we have the design. We design your perfect day, and normally we like to do that prior to you coming out. I want you to buffer down the inflammation before coming out here, because we're going to be stirring up a lot of this. The nutritional and emotional consultations, the Wolf non-surgical treatments, the Wolf non-surgical trainings, pelvic restoration treatments, pelvic restoration trainings, thermography testing, heavy metal testings, bone density testing, Cellsonic regeneration, cardio med bed, therapeutic relaxation massage, and then if you like, some people want a personal driver. A lot of the attractions out here in Ixtapa, Mexico include like scuba diving, snorkeling, fishing, and like this is a fishing village. So if you are like, if your husband or you like fishing, the deep sea fishing here is amazing. Ocean, beach, horseback riding, Ixtapa Island, which is an island you can go just kind of like explore for the day. Turtle releases, that is at specific times of the year, but they have beautiful turtle releases here. Ziwakan archaeological site, natural hot springs. There's a crocodile sanctuary, tons of beaches and restaurants around to go explore. That's just a little tidbit of what you guys expect to see when you guys come out here. So we have courses coming up, guys. We have courses all around the world every year. I travel anywhere around the world. If you can't come to us, you can't get to Torah, you can't get and you want me to come to you specifically and certify you or train you, your family, your clinic, it doesn't matter. I will train you guys in the comfortability of your own home, wherever is best. And so there is no limitations with this. So we have the whole life coach certification, the Wolf non-surgical, and the pelvic restoration. So the New World Practitioner training, the next one coming up, and that's going to be the last stop in the United States this year, guys. So if you're wanting to get trained and you're in the States, this is going to be the last one of this year unless you have me come out personally. And so that's going to be in Stuart, Florida, and that starts on June the 5th. Then I will be coming back to Ixtapa to do a little training, and then from Ixtapa I will be flying to Australia, and we are doing the training in Coffs Harbour, and that starts on August 7th. And then we're wrapping up the year with the New World Practitioner training in Ixtapa, Mexico on October 17th. So if you're interested in getting trained or treated or learning about Wolf Non-Surgical or the Whole Life Coach or becoming a practitioner, please just check out braveheartnation.com and you will begin to change your life. It all just starts with you guys, and everything in the body, no matter what, it's a circulatory issue. You had stagnation, we had putrefaction from too much toxicity, and then we had lactic and uric acid buildup. I created too much of a stressful environment, so I binded that lactic and uric acid. This is what happens in your tissues. I'm explaining it right now. This is what you're doing to yourself day in, day out. When you go in, when you go out, when you damage yourself, when I stress myself out, I create these micro tears. I create these buildups in my tissue through lactic and uric acid. Then I put myself into a non-parasympathetic state. So now I'm in a sympathetic state and I'm stressed out. I'm in that fight or flight. So I'm releasing my stress hormones called histamine, adrenaline, and cortisol. I now bind that lactic and uric acid into a crystalline buildup. That crystalline now will start to choke things off from arteries, tendons, ligaments, muscle tissue, and then you can do more tearing within that crystalline buildup to create crystallization. You tear over time, you build over time. Oh, you've created a knot. You ever feel like a knot in your upper back? Oh, you build that over time, you build that over time. You create calcification. You have a bone spur, you have a bunion, you have a tumor, you have a knot in your back, but it feels like a bone right off the side of your C7, but that should feel like soft tissue. It doesn't make sense because you've created calcification at this point. And it's our body's way to heal. It's amazing, guys. I love scar tissue. That's what's healing this right now. That is literally what is healing my arm right now. But I need to stay in a parasympathetic state. I need to stay not stressed out, not pissed off at myself that I got into the accident, not pissed off that I'm not functioning as good as I can, not pissed off that I had to slow down. You know what? It's a wake up. So understand, this is a lesson to learn. Beautiful. Now I'm going to be more on top of my diet. I'm going to be more on top of my supplementation. I know I'm putting lactic and uric acid in that area to bind, to actually help heal. Now I have to create some crystallization, I have to create some scar tissue formation, I have to put calcification in the area. But if I stress out, if I eat garbage, if I eat too much sugar, I'm gonna excess layer the scar tissue down. So then in 3 months or for me in 2 weeks when I take this cast off, when I go to feel my arm out, it's gonna feel a little slow, a little stiff, but it's not gonna feel completely weak. Not going to feel completely debilitated, like I've just drained the life out of it. And also, now down the road, when I do get that strength back, I'm not getting weird twinges in my fingers because I'm going to go in, one of my practitioners or my dad's going to go in with Wolf Non-Surgical, and we're going to go in and open up that scar tissue, open up that crystallization where I had to lay down that excess layer of scar tissue to actually mend this bone back together. But our bodies are so smart, we stress out, we overlay, and we see it all the time. And it happens all the time. I want you, next time you get injured, be like, wow, what a beautiful learning lesson. Watch it, take photos of it, watch how you heal. And then next time you get injured, allow your brother to say something and piss you off, allow your wife to say something and piss you off, allow you to get out of your head, allow you to get stressed out about work and the finances aren't coming in because now you're not able to do the same thing that you were able to do. Watch how that heals. You start clocking this. People don't understand. It's called body talk, something that people are not aware of, and it's something that you need to get back in tune of. And I think nowadays, Tora, I think you see it more and more. People are just so out of tune with their bodies.
Absolutely, Sage. And so disconnected, and I guess so much reliant on the outside of what to do, what to take, and they get really confused. And by working with us and coming to us, what we really do is we educate you, we inspire you, we empower you to become your own practitioner. And the fact that you're not sitting on the back of the bus, in the back seat, and someone else is sort of creating your healing journey, but that you actually get into the driver's seat, and that you realize you have choice. And that like healing is self-regulated. Healing is something that you can actually decide. And what we do is we hold you lovingly, and also hold a level of accountability, because when you come and stay with us at our beautiful retreats, in a way there's nowhere to hide. So it's really a reset. It's becoming fully accountable with everything that's going on a physical, emotional, on a mental level. And it's just such a beautiful thing. And most of my clients at the moment, they have lost that connection to their bodies, Sage. Their bodies aren't trusting them, and they're not trusting their body. So it's really about creating a very peaceful, a very harmonious environment, an environment that is very neutral, and so they can really connect with themselves. And we hold you through that. Some people come and they just want a little holiday and they want to enjoy some energy medicine, but most of the people are really ready to take massive action, because they've been suffering for 10, 20, sometimes 60 years. I'm working with a few people in the 70s at the moment, suffering for such a long time. And when they get that little spark of, activation, that they know, even at that stage of life, that the body can heal, the body wants to regenerate. When we remove that calcification, the scar tissue, the adhesions, the things that bind and get us stuck, to age. We are so conditioned when we age, or things fall apart and we get fat and we get obese, and we sort of, that's it. That's it. But I have clients come to, I had a client a few months ago. He was 85 and he just wanted to come for a little reset and little rejuvenation. And the way we age and the quality of our life is completely the result of everything we eat, we think, we drink, the things, the habits that we do on repeat. And sometimes when we have a little holiday and we have a situation where things get a little bit tough, it's really just an invitation, I believe, from the universe to say, wake up, Mr. Sage, Dr. Sage, slow down, connect with your breath, do a bit less. So yeah, it's just this journey is really beautiful, but it's about listening, and listening to our intuition is so important.
And that's just it, everybody. The thing is, there is no age limit with it. You can get trained at 80, you can get trained at 8. If you're able to sit down and listen and observe and connect with your breath, you're able to learn the body work, you're able to learn the mental work, you're able to learn the physical work, you're able to learn the emotional work. But the thing is, guys, don't let it become, this is my last leg, oh, I'm this sick now. I get it. There's people on here that are watching this that are pretty sick. And yes, you should wake up. You should start paying attention to your body. You should be on a perfect day diet. Why the hell are you not listening to your body? But even if you have these small little issues, these small little ailments, don't allow it to build. Wake up now. And I have a beautiful gentleman who's here right now, and he's on a healing journey. But he's like, I didn't know anything about detox until I heard about you guys, and I didn't know I had to detox my body really until I got sick. And they said, like, you should do this stuff. But until I was sick, I didn't know you have to. I thought, like, I have 2 bowel movements a day, I eliminate. And it's like, we could be no farther from the truth. The amount of toxins our world has nowadays, it is not the same. You are not eating straight out of the garden. You did not just butcher that cow on your property and chop it all up and cook it for the family for the next 6 months. I'm sorry, it is not a healthy environment what we live in. There's cars, planes, trains, trucks, dirty Wi-Fi, dirty energy. There's so much out there that we also don't even know about. So it's like we don't live in the same world. So why do we allow ourselves to whittle down, to become weak, to say, hey, let's get healthy now? Why don't we learn to be healthy while I'm healthy so I can stay healthy for the remainder of my life? And I want to pass in my sleep when I'm old just because I'm old. This body said that's enough. Not because I had to drag my ass to the finish line. And I don't mean it like that, but a lot of us are dragging our asses to the finish line. And it's like, I don't want to die, but you're trying to get there quicker. You're not doing things to slow down the process. And yeah, you don't know what you don't know, but that's why you're listening to these videos. That's why you do the research. That's why you get a perfect day consultation. That's why maybe you muster up the strength and the ability and you say, maybe I want to get trained. Maybe I want to get certified. Maybe I want to just have an understanding of this. So it's really important to know that there is no limitation with getting trained under the DoD 5-Star World Healing and Training Retreat or Braveheart Nation. If you want something catered to you specifically, call us and we'll work it out. If that one of those trainings didn't resonate with you and you're like, I want something specific, that's what we're here to do. But we give you all the options, from athletes to pregnant people to people who are just wanting to learn a little bit of body work, to somebody who doesn't want to learn body work and wants to receive it, to wanting to go all the way and get fully certified. So here's all the prices of the certifications coming up, guys. So the Whole Life Coach certification, if you were to take it by itself, that's 9 days, that's $3,900. The Wolf Non-Surgical is 12 days, that is $4,900. The New World Practitioner altogether is $8,000. The Pelvic Restoration and Disease Prevention for women is going to be $1,197. So that is pricing. Who are these certifications for? Become a New World Practitioner, medical to natural, natural therapist, raising the bar, patient to practitioner. It is for anybody. Dr. Wolf has a lecture, guys, coming up in Toronto on June 23rd. It is a day with the doc. Space is limited. You can call Magda at 416-669-9351 or go to braveheartnation.com to reserve your spot. We have some lectures coming up. You guys can just check that out if you want to see that page. Pause it to see where we're at. We're going to be lecturing from Canada to Florida to back in to all throughout. We're going to be lecturing all throughout Australia and then back in Ixtapa at the end of the year. That's going to be some of the Australia lectures. Still Australia, but that's more. And I recommend everybody start yourself off. Dip your toe in the water. Go to pdgfree.com, download the Perfect Day Guide, start to look into that, and learn what true health and healing really is. And then maybe you'll get a consultation. Maybe you'll come for a certification, depending on what you want. The sky is not the limit. You are infinite. So Tora, to wrap this up, where do people get a hold of you and where are you? Where are you located and how do they get a hold of you?
Absolutely. I'm in the Coffs Harbour area, and there's two possibilities. The main practice and the retreat I'm working out at the moment is at Vella Beach, which is a beautiful, very modern residence. And there we have all of the facilities pretty much that Sage mentioned. We also have, which is new, a infrared sauna and an ice bath, Sage, which is wonderful just for vascular flushing and really getting the circulation going. And that is really beautiful. And there we can really tailor. The minimum I do is 3 days, which is like an express reset, up to 10 days, all the things that Sage mentioned. And also we have a more of a boutique experience on the farm where I am this morning, mainly for couples. And it's just really healing in nature. I also offer all the facilities, cardio medbed, Cellsonic, Avicen, Biotron, all those amazing things. And my speciality is really tailoring the retreat or the healing experience exactly to your needs, how much you would like, how little you need. And it's just, this beautiful healing journey. You can contact me. The best way is through my cell phone, which is 041 399 3493, or email me at tora@tklifestylesolutions.com or www.tklifestylesolutions.com. And I'm also the host for the Australian lectures and the Australian trainings and certifications. And if you're sitting on the fence and you would like to know a little bit more and see if it suits you or how you can go about booking or booking the accommodation, we have a beautiful venue secured this year, then also you can contact me on 041 399-3493. And I would love to support you to make the most amazing, life-changing decision that you can ever do in this lifetime.
Beautiful. Thank you, Tora. And so, guys, as I was saying, we got our one training coming up in Florida in the next 3 weeks. That'll be the last one in the United States. And that starts on June the 5th, if I'm correct. Yeah, June the 5th. And so go to braveheartnation.com if you'd like to sign up. And then from then on, we will be heading to Australia for the last time of Australia for this year. So if you're wanting to get trained and you're in that massive country on that island, check it out. Check out braveheartnation.com. If you guys can't come out to us, once again, I will say this, I will come to you. It does not matter where you are located. I will fly anywhere around the world. I will train you in the comfortability of your clinic, your home. It does not matter. You matter. And just make sure you put you first. Because I don't want my cup half empty. Like, I'm overflowing. It's not half empty, half full. My cup is so full, it overflows, and I affect the people around me now with this positivity, joy, and love, because this is what this world needs. The world needs more joy, love, and positivity. Yeah, negativity is going to come in. Yeah, I'm going to get pissed off sometimes. Yeah, I'm going to fall down and get hurt sometimes. But it's about picking ourselves up, dusting ourselves off, and knowing this ain't the end of the world. Make it your world. Put a slight smile on that face. Put a loving step forward, and just know you got this. 3, 2, 1, Bravehearts. I hope you all have a beautiful day, and we'll catch you in the next one.